Welcome, everybody, to Peter White Public Library. My name is Marty Ackitts, and I'm the Adult Programming Coordinator for the library. And I have a couple groups that I need to thank for tonight. One of those groups is the Friends of Peter White Public Library. They provide all the live streaming equipment that we use to get out to YouTube. So if you are watching on YouTube, we have plenty of seats here. You could come, and it's not too late to come and join us. But if you're enjoying it on YouTube, thanks to the Friends of Peter White Public Library. The other two people that we need to thank are Robert and Meredith Kulishek, who fund the Community Conversations series that this concert is a part of. We're celebrating mental wellness this month as part of Community Conversations. And I couldn't think, when I was thinking that we needed a musical concert for this month, and I was thinking, who should I ask? And then I was like, well, yeah, we need to have Phil back because he's so wonderful. So, yes, Robert and Meredith Kulishek, their wonderful donation that funds this whole series. I'm going to make you aware of a few things that are going to be coming up this week and next week. On Wednesday, if you saw Phil on TV6 with Tia and Elizabeth, on Wednesday morning, we have all booked up, and I will be on with Elizabeth and Tia talking about this month's book, which is called The Littlest Library. And then if you didn't get enough of us at 9 a.m., then you can join us at the Courtyards at 11:30, where we eat and talk about the book some more. And then on Friday, we're going to be showing a movie. It's a German movie, Tom Tykwer's Run, Lola, Run. It's a German movie. If you've never seen it, that's part of our global cinema series. If you've never seen it, it is a trip, and it is so much fun to watch. So that is Global Cinema at 12 p.m. In the community room here at the library on Friday. And then next week, we have quite a few things going on. We have Craig Kitchen doing Singing Bowls meditation right here in the community room at 7 p.m. You don't even know how, if you've never meditated before, I'm telling you, come to this. It will make you so relaxed and feel so good about yourself. Singing Bowls meditation, 7 p.m. right here in the community room with Craig Kitchen. And then if you want to do origami, we have origami next Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. upstairs in the Shiras room. And then the keynote event for the Community Conversation series is going to be Jeff Olson from Ishpeming. We're going to be screening the documentary Do It for Daniel. And it's all about the stigma of mental illness and trying to fight that stigma. And then Jeff is going to be here and talk about that as well. And that's going to be starting at 7 p.m. on Wednesday night here in the community room. And we've got quite a few other things going on. And then we got our Concert on the Steps series starting in June. So lots of great things coming up. And we have these handouts back there. We have our Community Conversations handouts back there. But let me just say a few words about Phil here. So Phil, he's received a lot of awards for his education and teaching. He was the county's Excellence in Education Award because he taught in Escanaba, right? Yes, he won the... Okay, yeah, I'm going to remind Phil because he barely remembers this. He won the county's Excellence in Education Award, was named Outstanding Person in Education. But during the time that he was an educator, he was also a lifelong songwriter. He led the Phil Lynch Jazz Quartet for 15 years, traveling during the summer months, and even played at the Calumet Theater, which is a beautiful venue. I've been there and performed in that venue as well. And I'm gonna I don't know if Phil's gonna give you the story about finding something on the copier that launched him into his musical career. Okay, you are. Okay. Well, I'm not going to share that because it's such a great story, but maybe Phil will tell that story. It's so great. But eventually this story, which he will tell, eventually led him to retiring and launching a full-time musical career in 2020. Something happened in 2020 that, kind of interfered with that and live performances and everything. But he still went forth with his music career, and in 2021, live music started up again, and he's been going full force ever since. We had him here last year, actually almost a year to the day from last year. We had him here performing. It was really, really wonderful. So please welcome to Peter White Public Library, Phil Lynch.
Thanks. And you can tell we're in the cool. All right, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be my neighbor? Neighbors with the double do. It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood. A neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be my neighbor? I've always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, and tonight I do. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Oh, come on, be a pal. Please, won't you be my neighbor? I've always wanted to have a neighbor, well, just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, and we do. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Hey, I hit that one. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Come on, be a pal. Are you pals tonight? All right. Please, won't you be my neighbor? There we are. Thanks very much. And this bodes very good. Hello out in, are we on Facebook or YouTube? YouTube land. Hello, YouTube land. So are we gonna have a good time tonight? I feel very loose and happy. This is very good. Who was that at the end of the song? Who's that? Yeah, there we go. We have some Mr. Rogers, either kids or parents in the room, right? Yeah. And let me keep opening a little bit, and then I'll say an official hello to you all. Let's do, yeah. So here's a song for anybody who is literally from or philosophically of the 60s. So do we have anybody here tonight who is literally from or philosophically of the 60s? All right, I get the part about being great again. Oh yes, I really, really do. I feel small sometimes myself. And I get the part about feeling like the other side is bad. Low down, mean, and bad. But there's another side the people used to sing about. It might be out of date, but literally it's something we can't live without. Where is the kindness? Where is the brotherhood of man? Where is the empathy? Can it be hiding? Will someone bring it back again? And where is the mercy? Well, there is no need to talk so tough. Tell me what's going on. Where is the love? I guess I'll go and pull some vinyl out and play some music from another day. I'll let the Beatles say the void is love and dig some Marvin Gaye. understand it. So help me understand. You're totally right and ready to fight and so demanding. But where is the kindness? Where is the brotherhood of man? Where is the empathy? Can it be hiding? Will someone bring it back again? Where is the mercy? Mercy me. And what's with the need to talk so tough? Tell me what's going on. Where is the love? A little Beach Boys action, if I could pull it off. Maybe I can't change a single thing about the national scene today. But maybe I can find somebody near me who needs to hear me say, here is some kindness. Here is the brotherhood of man and sisterhood and empathy. Let it be shining. Let's help them bring it back again. Here is some mercy. Well, there is no need to talk so tough. Well, I'll tell you what's going on. Here is some kindness. Here is the brotherhood of man and sisterhood and empathy. Let it be shining. Let's help them bring it back again. Here is some mercy. Well, there's no need to talk so tough. I'll tell you what's going on. Here is the love. Here is the love. Here is the love. Thanks. And here it is. Here's the love. Now, thank you so much. My obligatory question, because I can't hear what you're hearing. Are you hearing voice? Yes. Voice is good. Okay, thumbs up for the back. Thanks. Let's come out here. And, right, so as Marty alluded to, for 30 years, I was a public school educator. I'm so sorry. And all that time, also a musician, kind of on the side. And so, okay, Marty, I was going to we'll do 2 epiphanies, okay? If this gets too long, just say, let's talk more rock, and I'll move over. Epiphany number 1 was 2014 at the Marquette Medical Center. And it has nothing to do with the gallbladder surgery or anything. They have a hospital piano. If you've ever been there, they have a grand piano there. And in 2014, I had a wonderful gig there with a friend of mine whom you might know, Kirsten Gustafson. Kirsten, yes, seriously, world class. And it was just a wonderful day. I felt like I belonged there. And that was step 1 in kind of putting me back towards doing music more deliberately. Also, I had these 4 human beings they were getting grown by that. Music went like that. It kind of bottomed out for a little. So in 2014, we'll do this story first. This will work with you folks. This didn't work with the folks in beautiful Stevenson, Michigan. I had this great gig at Marquette Medical Center. On the way to Escanaba, there's a last bastion of civilization. Do you know what it is? It's the Holiday Station store in Harvey, Michigan. Last bastion of civilization. So I got, before you hit 30 miles of cedar trees. So I got my Klondike bar and Diet Vernos, breakfast of champions, and across M28, and I got the flash for the first line of this song. It's the only line that is not true in the whole song. So I'm going to walk over there. And the first line of the song goes, sold my soul for security at the age of 25. I didn't sell my soul for, I like security, okay? I like my small town and my porch and my yard. That's the only part that's not true. The rest of the song is called coming home to a place I've never lived before. And so I like to ask the question, is it possible, I was writing about music, is it possible to get to a person or a setting or a town or a job you haven't lived there before, but when you get there, it is home? to be home even though you have never lived there before. So for me, this song was about getting back to music and coming home to that. And you can let it be whatever it is for you. So the song is called Coming Home. Let's do that a cappella. Let's try that. Sold my soul for security at the age of 25. Thought I might be living then. I was only half alive. Now I'm stepping on the brakes. Time to take a different road. Might make a few mistakes, but I'm coming home. Coming home to a place I've never lived before. Home, but it's a place I've always known. Coming home where someone left the light on. Look out, world, I'm finally coming home. Played my part in the daily grind for far too many years. Now a still small voice is calling me, so in spite of all my fears, I'm stepping off that stage. That story's oh so done. Time to write a fresh new page. I'm coming home. Coming home to a place I've never lived before. Home, but it's a place I've always known. Coming home where someone left the light on. Look out, world, I'm finally coming home. And may I give my thanks to all who showed the way, the ones who left that light on. They're why I'm here today. So, if you feel yourself in a different place from where you ought to be, just listen to your heart and you might end up like me, stepping into space, but ready to be made whole. Able to finally say, I'm coming home. Coming home to a place I've never lived before. But it's a place I've always known. Coming home, thank God someone left that light on. Look out, world, I'm finally coming. Got the car gassed up and the motor running. Look out, world, I'm finally coming home. Thank you. Thanks. Marvelous. Now, coming over here. So I need to say a big thank you to Marty Atkins for reaching out. And boy, it's really gratifying. It's really gratifying to be playing at the Peter White Public Library. We're a library family, as I'll bet you all are too, right? So libraries are near and dear to the heart, as is being associated with Mental Health Awareness Month and mental wellness and wholeness and mental health and mental illness is something that my family's certainly had to deal with, and I know that that's not uncommon. I used to teach psychology. I was an instructor at Escanaba and for Bay College. And often you'll hear these correlations that a famous one, married people are happier, but maybe just happier people get married or stay married. You hear these correlations, you don't know for sure if one is the cause or the other, or there could be a class, there could be a lurking variable, right? Sometimes they do experiments, controlled experiments, and they randomly assign people to groups. They do something to one, not to the other, see if it makes a difference. Gratitude examples, gratitude apps are shown to increase our overall satisfaction in life, our levels of happiness. And a whole lot of the music I do is could be boiled down to either life is pretty good, or it could always be worse, right? I'm going to steal from Mr. Rogers. Who steals from Mr. Rogers? I don't know. I'm going to steal from Mr. Don't tell him. I've never done this before, so I'm so glad to have you here as a trial audience. Mr. Rogers won the Lifetime Achievement Emmy Award in 1997. And this is the terrific biography. And I'm going to read it word for word, and then we're going to try doing a gratitude exercise, okay? At the bridge of this song, where it goes, may I give my thanks to those who showed the way. I always think of my piano teacher. And here's what Mr. Rogers said in 1997, with a packed auditorium of heavy hitters and industry leaders in TV. He says this: all of us have special ones who have loved us into being. Would you just take, along with me, 10 seconds to think of the people who've helped you become who you are? 10 seconds of silence. And then the author says, he lifted his wrist and looked at the audience, looked at his watch, and said softly, I'll watch the time. Can't you just hear him saying that? I'll watch the time. So I'd like to invite you and me to do that. If we could take 10 seconds, remember the people who've helped you become who you are. 10 seconds of silence, and I'll watch the time. Ones who left that light on, why we're here today. And I'm so grateful to so many. Do we have a Kleenex dispenser in here, Marty, by any chance? I'm holding it together pretty well. All right, okay. From the sublime to the ridiculous, I have a friend who is a brilliant song parodist. Do you know of Weird Al? So most people know of him. Oh, it's now Weird Al. Yeah, that's where you thought of good buds with. This the man I know is friends. He's a colleague of Weird Al's. He's written a song for Weird Al's daughter. He writes these songs with many, many, many syllables. I think the word is polysyllabic. And he's he loves the world and loves people, but things can get him down. You know, and so he writes these sardonic, sarcastic songs that are positive. So he inspired me, could I write a polysyllabic song? This is drying my mouth out saying polysyllabic. A polysyllabic song that is hopeful and optimistic while at the same time being sarcastic. So this is what came out. Yeah. Wake up on a Wednesday and you got a crazy baby for a president. Well, I know he drives you crazy, baby, but you gotta know there's some precedent. With Hamilton and Bursar using bullets, not a cursor, and Nixon and all them tapes. So open up your history book and read the notes you never took, and maybe you'll find the page that states, maybe it sucks today, but today is the only day there is today. And maybe, just maybe, people felt the same way back in a golden age. So take a look around and see the beauty all around you if you only have a half a mind to want to. Maybe it sucks today, but today is the only day there is today. You turn the TV on and see a polar bear swimming where there should be snow. So now I guess we gotta call him Solar Bear and find somewhere for him to go. With Earth a-getting warmer and storms a-getting stormier and ain't much that I can do. Well, life was pretty dicey when the whole planet was icy. Try self-actualizing when you're turning blue. So maybe it sucks today. Today is the only day there is today. Or maybe, just maybe, people felt the same way back in a golden age. So take a look around and see the beauty that surrounds you if you only have a half a mind to want to. Maybe it sucks today, but today is the only day there is today. got a stupid highway and you're wondering if you ever gonna make the grade. And the lady right in front of you keeps talking on her phone, hasn't noticed that the lights have changed. Well, try traveling out to Oregon inside a covered wagon. Oh, the Donner Party, they did okay. Or riding in a segregated bus in 1950. Oh, Richie and Fonz, those were the happy days. So maybe it sucks today, but today is the only day that is today. And maybe, just maybe, people felt the same way back in a golden days. So take a look around and see the beauty that's around you if you only have a half a mind to want to. Maybe it sucks today, but today is the only day that is today. My children, my children. Maybe it sucks today, but today, yeah, is the only day that is today. Yeah. What do you want, major or minor? Oh, that's so nice. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I do let the audience, sometimes it's minor. Maybe it's such a lovely day we went major. And then I always give you both right up there. You get both. It's called the ambiguity chord. Well, may I make the first of two commercial messages? The first of two total for the whole evening. Yeah, that, walking over here. And he has to switch when we, I shouldn't have been talking. So now we're on. He's actually a live human. He's a human being and not a bot. Josiah. Yes. Right? He's the last remaining human being doing anything on our planet. So that song, Maybe Today, and a number that I'm doing tonight are on my first CD called Coming Home, and a number of others that I'll be doing tonight that are UP related are on my second that I'm sort of touring around in support of, called UP Love Letter. They retail for $1,998. And lucky for you, because you came here, out of that beautiful day, you came here, we're going to put them on sale for 97% off. And so they're 15 a piece, but 2 for 20, if you do the math. I know, such a deal. And the point is, we do live in a society, there's money. If you give things away, people don't value them, but I really want the music getting out. And the artiste will sign it tonight. So this is the night that can happen. So thank you. All right, time for sing-along. Who's ready to do a sing-along? Who's ready to do a sing-along? Internet world. Yep. The lady in Hancock, hello, great. And so we're going to practice we're going to practice the chorus. Now, a thing happened a number of Sundays ago. I think it was January, it might have been February. This big silver thing flew over the UP. Did any of you see it? The UFO, it went right over Escanaba. I didn't see it either. I'd love to say I saw it. And then they shot it down over Lake Huron. Do you remember this? Okay, it was looking a little, okay, so we remember the UP UFO. There was the one over Montana that was flying around for about like 3 weeks till they figured it out. But ours, man, they were on it because we've got moose and elk we need to protect up here. Okay, so here's the chorus. It's the old yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh. So it goes like this, and I don't care if you say holy wah or holy wah. Either is acceptable. I've seen either. The chorus, I'll do it, and then we'll do it together. Holy wah, look at it go. UPUFO. That's it. Here's your note. 1, 2. Holy one. Look at it go. Enjoy that part too. UFO. Very good. That's really good. My wife and I went walking on a clear midwinter's day. Escanaba in the sunlight, oh, it takes your breath away. And then she happened to look up and see it in the sky, a giant silver basti. and it was 30 miles high. Here we go. Holy wall, look at it go. UPUFO. UFO. Verse 2. I dialed up the sheriff, and he said, well, it ain't ours. I said, it's really Darren. I ain't been to any bars. And then I called up TV6, said they'll know what to do. They sent us Tia Trudgeon and her trusty camera crew. Yeah, here we go. Holy wall, look at it go. UPUFO. Verse 3. Then suddenly an F-16 appeared up in the blue. A cheesehead up from Madison, but he knew what to do. He let off a sidewinder fresh from the Pentagon. A flash of light, a cloud of dust, and there it was. Gone. Yeah, here we go. 1, 2. Holy wall. Come on. Look at it go. UFO. You want to do that again, don't you? 1, 2. Holy wall. Look at it go. Big finish. Oh, yes. Marvelous. Marvelous. Oh, that was really good. Marvelous. All right. Maybe we'll summon another one just by singing about it. And I wrote that song the Monday following. I have a radio gig on Monday mornings. My co-host said, somebody ought to write a song about that. Except it wasn't a giant silver balloon. It was an remember this? It was like an octagon, they said. And I think some prankster just unscrewed a stop sign and put some balloons on it, and it was flying over the streets. All right, time for a cover song. Yeah. This is one you know. Rows and flows of angel hair, ice cream castles in the air, and feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. Rain and snow on everyone, so many things I would have done, but clouds got in my way. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down. Still somehow it's cloud illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel when every fairy tale comes real. I've looked at love that way, but now it's just another show. You leave them laughing when you go, and if you care, don't let them know. Don't give yourself away, give yourself away. I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take. Still somehow it's love's illusions I recall. I really don't know love at all. say I've changed. Well, something's lost, but something's gained in living every day, living every day. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose. Still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life at all. And when Joni sings it, she does the chorus a second time. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose. Still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life at all. So Joni Mitchell's song. Also, thank you on her behalf. What singer made that famous? Do you remember? Sweet Judy Blue Eyes? Judy Collins, right? And Joni Mitchell's biggest hit, but sung by somebody else, ironically. So being sometimes a bear of little brain, I thought, well, you know, I'll take the closest thing Joni had to a hit was, key. Don't it always seem to go that you, God, till it's gone. Right, so I thought, well, I'll just write a song with the exact same theme. What could go wrong with that? You know, and then while I'm at it, I'll put Joni Mitchell in the song. She'll like that. May it be so. That'd be amazing if she knew what was going on. My daughter's going out to, the town is George, Washington, to hear Joni Mitchell, who's 80, and on her comeback tour at 80. So, all right, here's the song, trying to channel that. I think, here we go. It has the plague in it, and yet it's supposed to be optimistic and hopeful. So if you've ever not heard a song with a plague in it, that thing that Marty mentioned that happened in 2020, that thing that shall not be spoken, this is my song. Everybody has their song about that. This is mine. But we forgot how good it was when that's happening. Oh my goodness, we really had it good. And now, don't we still have it good? Really good, all right. In 406 AD, the Danube River froze. The waiting northern people flowed across. The Visigoths and Vandals did as Vandals do. In 7 decades, Rome itself was lost. And in 506, a baby looks up into her mother's eyes. This little Roman baby hears her mother sigh. We didn't know how good we had it. We never knew how nice it was. We didn't realize with open eyes. I wonder if anybody ever does. We had aqueducts and fountains, the Colosseum and Roman roads. We didn't know it all could go. Venice, 1348, 3 ships arrived, with plague a stowaway deep in the hold. In 4 short years, Black Death took 1 of every 3. And though they tried, it couldn't be controlled. So in 1356, a baby looks in his mother's eyes. This little German baby hears his mother sigh. We didn't know how good we had it. We never knew how nice it was. We didn't realize with open eyes. I wonder if anybody ever does. We had festivals and harvests. Our cathedral was always full. We didn't know they all could go. Then in 1970, a Canadian from the cold prairie sang, "You don't know what you got till it goes away." Truer words were never spoken. We never learn until we're broken, still in all, really seems a shame. 2061, the asteroid arrived. It struck the Earth and winter came to stay. So war began and turned the clock back centuries. 200 years of progress wiped away. And in 2066, a baby looks in their mother's eyes. This little wondering baby hears their mother sigh. We didn't know how good we had it. We never knew how nice it was. We didn't realize with open eyes. Oh, I wonder if anybody ever does. Oh, we had football games and libraries, running water and radio. We didn't know. Now we know. Thanks very much. Thank you. So I hope that works. I've asked different people. It's got the plague, and what's the other thing? The Visigoths. You don't hear too many songs with Visigoths coming over and sacking the holy citadel of Rome. But man, oh man, and I always make sure I sigh at the end, because that's me sighing again. We didn't know how good we had it. And yeah, we need to remember. Now, how about a work in progress? Could you take a work in progress? So the aforementioned, my friend, who is the really world-class song parodist. Look up Steve Goodie, Goodie. He does the entire saga of Harry Potter in one song. It has 600 words. It's amazing. Polysyllabic, we might say. I forgot where I was going with all that. Oh, yeah. So he's a comedian, and he tries out material with audiences before it's done. When I first heard that, it literally gave me the willies. Like, oh, no. Being on the compulsive side, one practices, and then you come here and you go home, and 2 days later you have 2 beers, and you can listen to what you did and maybe deal with it. But he tries things out before an audience. So, with your permission, I'd like to try something out. You have the stomach for that? Okay, thank you, yes. Yeah, was that pandering? With your permission, All right, so. Tie in with mental health. Marie Kondo, yay or boo? She's the clutter lady. Putting clutter, okay, so anyway, one of the things, some people love clutter and can deal with it. Other people, it's the bane of their existence. And we won't talk about my marriage right now. I told my wife this is screaming. So here's a song. Okay, slow down. It's a sad story. It's about stuff, too much stuff. It's called the Too Many Material Objects Blues. We'll get about 80% of the words right. I got stuff spilling out of my attic. I got stuff blocking my back door. I got stuff strewn around my whole front yard. So much I thought I'd have a yard sale, but it was too darn hard. I got stuff, and it's never enough. I got stuff splashed around my bathroom. I got stuffed up closets too. I got stuff like a carpet across my bedroom. I got stuff hanging from the ceiling. Man, I got no headroom, but I got stuff, and it's never enough. Okay, so far so good. Let's not even talk about the basement. Still not talking about the basement. It's a disgracement. Really a debasement. But I got stuff, something about cupboards. I got got stuff all in the back of my van. I got so much stuff in every nook and cranny. You know, it got so bad, I called my dear old granny. She said, boy, get your pickup truck, come and take my stuff. Oh, come on, Grandma. Oh, dear, let's not even talk about the storage shed. Ish. Still not talking about the storage shed. Big orange garage door, size of a closet. It's in a U-Haul thing they made out of old Kmart's. What's up with that? Kmart used to rule the world. Sic transit gloria mundi. Still not talking about that storage shed. You know why? It's a disgracement. I just can't face it. But I got stuff going out of my alley. I got stuff blocking my front door. I got so much stuff just strewn around my backyard. I thought I'd have a yard sale, but it was still too hard. I got stuff, but it's never enough. I'm really proud of those chords, so I'm gonna do them again. I got stuff, man, it's never enough. I gotta call my grandma. Hey, Grandma. Yeah, I'll be over in a minute. Got my truck. I'll get your stuff. Take your hutch. What's a hutch? Herb Alpert record albums, yeah. Casio keyboard from 1994. I can use that. But I gotta stop, Grandma. I gotta stop for 20 minutes on the way over. I gotta stop. You know where I'm gonna stop, right? You know where I'm gonna stop. That Goodwill store. Okay. Thank you, lovely audience. Thank you very much. That is a world premiere, by the way. I should have told you that ahead. You were there. You were there at the birth. Marvelous. All right, the Too Many Material Objects Blues. Oh, we're doing good. A little more water. Oh, I'll tell the... Okay, Josiah. I'll tell the 2018 story since I have to. Right, so in 2014, I had the epiphany at the Marquette Medical Center. The reason that was, Kirsten is world-class singer, and she is my friend. We've accompanied, and like, for one brief shining moment, I felt like I deserved to be there, you know? And so that was 2014. Came home, Klondike Bar, Diet Verners. 2018, I had been teaching since 1990, so that's year 28 of the career or so. And gee, I would have brought it too, Marty. I still have it. On the copier, on the Xerox machine, I lifted the lid, and there was original. And it said, if you're lucky enough to get a second chance at something, don't waste it. So I made a copy of that. I still have that. And in education, you can legally retire at 30 years with full benefits. And so that was what it was sort of a message. I need to do this. And so now as I do this, it's not just to make good music or fun music. I really have a purpose with what I do, and it is to help people recollect and recognize the good that's all around us. Now I'm preaching. I didn't know we were going to go this route. The anger industrial complex out there, there are huge forces, are there not, trying to tear us apart. For whatever reasons, for pride reasons or money reasons, and so we need to remember that which is good. Can I get an amen from the congregation? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Terrific. I mentioned that we had 4 of these little human beings, and I'll do it as a medley. The first song is, they're all sort of in there together. There's poetic license. And it does talk about the house being quiet. One of my children was a musician. If you've had children, you're supposed to train them and they grow up and they fly away, little bird, but it's also bittersweet because you did like having them around. So the first tune is Escanaba Lullaby. And then she who left and made our house quieter, she formed a vocal duo called Awake for Birds. I wrote them a theme song that they have yet to perform. But I like it. So Escanaba Lullaby, and then we'll go into Awake for Birds. There was a reason why. I think they're in the same key, but I can't remember. So here's Escanaba Lullaby. We drive to the beach to look at the comet, you in your car seat. We carry you out to look at the comet, the air getting frosty. And hey ho, there you go, an Escanaba lullaby. And now we are home, the dome light is harsh, the air a bit colder. I pick you up slow, your arms drooping down, your head on my shoulder. And hey ho, in we go, an Escanaba lullaby. We lay you down with bear and with clown. Your mother and I stand quietly by, just a bit. I wake with a start, sit up, and remember you're off on your own now. You're doing so well, but man, is it quiet? It's odd that you're grown now. Hey ho, where'd the time go? Hey ho, so glad we could know an Escanaba lullaby. Keeps going off beside my bed. It's time to pull the covers up and hide my head. Blindly reach my hand up, hit the snooze again. Then I think of what my mom would sing when I was 9 or 10. Wake up, sleeper, there's a world outside your window. The sun is shining and the birds are here to sing. There are wrongs to right and friends to love and beauty beyond words. There has never ever been a better time to be awake for birds. Man, sometimes it feels like I'm the walking dead, you know? Just stumbling around with clouds up in my head. Then I hear some chirping high up in a tree. A feathered friend has found me and the confidence is calling me to wake up, sleeper. Well, there's a world outside your window. The sun is shining and the birds are here to sing. There are wrongs to right and friends to love and beauty beyond words. You know, there has never ever been a better time to be awake for birds. Sleep is so attractive, and I know, well, it can hurt when you're proactive, but I know life was made for the living, hearts were made for the giving. Every day's a new beginning, so wake up, sleeper, there's a world outside your window. The sun is shining and the birds are here to sing. There are songs to write and friends to love and beauty beyond words. There has never ever been a better time to be a wake up sleeper. There's a world outside your window. The sun is shining and the birds are here to sing. There are wrongs to right, friends to love, and beauty beyond words. There has never ever been a better time to be awake for birds. That's the bird. I know. You tell him, bird. Thanks. Marvelous. All right. Marty, what? That's serious, baby. This is the only song where I use that's the lowest note on a standard piano. Do you hear that metallic bite to that, baby? I want to do it again. Can't remember how it goes. I know. And then, okay, moving on, as he leaves the audience in the dust. How are we doing for time? Oh, good. You got a couple more, right? We're trying to keep this near an hour-ish, a little bit more. I'm going to do an instrumental medley really quick. This instrumental. So this is on the UP album. It's called North Shore by Night. Do you want the true story or the show business story? True. All right. It's about the North Shore boat launch in Escanaba. It's on the Escanaba River. So this is supposed to be dusk. See if this sounds like dusk. This song has the Escanaba tie-in because I wrote it in the parking lot of Myers. By the way, I'm from downstate. We put S's at the end of everything, so Kmart's was correct. Myers, it's a Michigan store. The other half of the song I wrote on the beach of coastal Georgia. Earth turns towards the sun. Another little day has just begun, and it's a great day for being alive. Couple clouds over there, a lot of blue sky hanging in the air, singing it's a great day for being alive. Well, it's a great day for being alive. Phone a friend, read a book, take a drive, maybe do some good in your neighborhood. Step right up, take a turn again. No matter what, it beats the alternative. Cause every day you're here, it's another world premiere. Yes, it is. Well, it's time to rise and thrive. Cause it's a great day for being alive. Storm clouds come on fast. One thing's sure, they too shall pass. It's the price we pay for being alive. Well, it's a great day for being alive. Phone a friend, read a book, take a drive, maybe do some good in your neighborhood. Step right up, take a turn again. No matter what, it beats the alternative. Cause every day you're here, it's another world premiere. Oh yes, it's time to rise and thrive. Cause it's a great day for being alive. Here's the coastal Georgia part. I didn't even know there was coastal Georgia before we went there. Fireflies come and dance. Venus and Mars make a little romance. They know it's been a good day for being alive. I lay me down to sleep. I pray the good Lord gonna help me keep knowing it's a great day every day It's a great day every day. It's a great day. Can you sing that? It's a great day every day. That's it. It's a great day every day. It's a great day every day. It's a great day every day. One more time. It's a great day every day. 1, 2, 3. For being alive, and earth turns towards the sun. Another little day has just begun. It's a great day. Sunshine on my shoulder. It's a great day for being alive. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. We had just we'll do 3 more. We'll get you out of here. I know nobody's itching to go, but I found if I don't do this next one, I get yelled at. I forgot to ask you, by the way, I'd like to keep in touch with you. I have it's my trademarked, very non-spammy email community of about 600 souls. You'll be in really good company. It's very non-spammy because I don't really have anything to sell, so you're safe. But back on the table, there's a couple of clipboards. You'll get a welcome email. And if you trade me an email address, I'll trade you a sticker. Can I get an ooh? I know. My wife designed these stickers. If I come back with the same amount that I traveled with, I get in trouble. So we got to have at least one person. No, that's not true. But I would like to stay in touch. I let you know when I'm doing things, other things that I know of, people I know of who are playing. We just keep in touch that way. So thanks. So, oh my goodness. I think it was many years ago. It seems like just the other day. I spent 3 years researching the life of Louis Satchmo Armstrong. Okay, it's a very long story, and I was blessed to be able to produce a book called "Live Like Louis." And so I think you know where we're going with this song. Answered every piece of mail personally. Towards the end of his life, in 1970, his secretary asked him, everybody called him Pops, what do you do with all the love that is sent your way? Doesn't it get heavy? And he responded, well, yes. And they said, well, what do you do with it? And he said, I give it all back. Right? Sing along with this. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright, blessed day and the dark, sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. All the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of people passing by. And I see friends shaking hands, saying, how you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know, than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. passing by, I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, everybody say it now, I love you. I hear babies crying. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I will ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Can you say, oh yes? Oh yes. There we go. Yeah. Thanks very much. Thank you. If ever there was the right anthem for the right guy, the making of that song is, there's such a story behind it. The record label tried to kill it, ABC Records. It's quite a story. If you, I'll make you a deal. If you sign up for the email thing, your welcome email will have a link. I wrote an essay about that, the story behind the song. Do you remember what movie in the 80s put that back on the map? Robin Williams played a DJ. Good Morning Vietnam. And that was when it had never been a hit in America prior to that. Thanks to a record executive who thought he knew what he was doing. Well, my goodness. Can you tell that I've enjoyed myself? I hope. And I'm so grateful. Thank you, Marty. Thank you, Peter. And Dr. Bob Kulishek, he was my political science teacher in 19... We won't mention it. Just the other day. And a really good professor, yeah, it was great. So hey, if you're Dr. Bob and Meredith, right? If they're watching, thanks for having me. And I went into social studies teaching. He doesn't care. All right, thanks. 2 tunes left for you. 2 tunes left. Oh yeah, this last one. It's the hardest one on the whole show. Hardest one. The simplest one and the hardest one to play. I'll try not to speed up. Then I'll go right into the last tune. It ties in with the stickers, which say, heaven is here. It ties in with the last song. And then there's no encore. I want to make sure I see everybody. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Thanks a lot for coming. So here is the travelogue. My wife and I, she's from Toivola, Michigan. Anybody with any Finnish heritage in this room? Not a one. Okay, well, we're moving on. No, so we used to vacation in Copper Harbor, so we thought we'd write a travelogue on the cities, towns, hamlets, and burgs of the Copper Country in geographical order from northeast to southwest. Check your GPS later because, of course, your phones are off here. I highly recommend, if you write a song together, that one of you keeps your hands on the steering wheel. It was a very expensive song. Well, if you ever plan to see the upper northwest, travel my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on M26, when it winds down the Lake Superior shore. Who could I ask for anything more? Get your kicks on M26. Here we go. Well, you start in Copper Harbor, then you drive a little farther, see the monks in the Abbey, they're jamming, they're so happy. Go Alloway to Calumet and Dollar Bay. I said, hoping folks are witty, Payne says mighty pretty, Toivola, Winona, then you're in Mass City. Why don't you, baby, get hip to this timely tip? When you make that Copper Country trip, get your kicks on M26. Then you drive a little farther, see the monks in the Abbey, they're jamming, they're so happy. Go Alloway, Calumet down Luray. I said, home folks are witty, Paige is mighty pretty. Toy below Winona, then you're in Mass City, baby. Oh, hip to this, my timely tip. Oh, when you make that copper country trip, or get your kicks on M26. Two more times, get your kicks on M26. Ain't being funny, get your kicks on M26. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness, we almost had a crash. The car almost went over Brockway Mountain Drive there for a moment. Oh yeah, thanks again for coming. So sometimes a lot of acts will end with big barn burners. I always end with this song because it's really truly how I most sincerely feel. When I'm doing the dishes with my very fine wife, no need to question what I'm doing with my life. Only need to remember, heaven is here. And at a boy band concert with my 12-year-old daughter, no need to wonder if I'm living how I oughta. Only need to remember, heaven is here. Heaven is here in the here and now. If we only have eyes to see it somehow, can't spend life looking in the rearview mirror. Gotta stop and look around. Heaven is here. Well, early Monday morning when it's hard to get up, I thank God I got a job and a coffee cup, and I remind myself, heaven is here. And at that old ball game with my dad and my son, well, now I can't remember which team won, but man, it was awesome, 'cause heaven is here. Heaven is here in the here and now. If we only have eyes to see it somehow, can't spend life looking in the rearview mirror. Gotta stop and look around. Heaven is here. Now I don't know what forever may hold. Do we ride on a cloud or walk streets of gold? But the present is a present, or so I've been told. Learn to want what you have before it's time to go. But when the days grow short and my eyes grow dim, and the good Lord calls me to be with him, oh, but it feels real familiar, 'cause heaven was here. Heaven is here in the here and now. If we only have eyes to see it somehow, can't spend life looking in the rearview mirror. Gotta stop and look around. Heaven is here. Yes, stop and take that look around. And I always invite my audiences just to take the look around. Here we are. Heaven is here. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you all. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thank you. Pleased to be here.